machine. And I took over the world in 1 weekend. I took over the world with my machine. I did it because I was looking for a project. And it was either take over the world or learn French. So I took over the world. And next weekend, I can learn French. I took over the world in 1 weekend. I got a machine, and I took over the world. But nothing changed. That would not be fair.
I came upon a child of God. He was walking along the road, and I asked him, "Where are you going?" And this he told me. I'm going on down to Yazger's farm. I'm gonna join in a rock and roll band. I'm gonna camp out on the land. I'm gonna try and get my soul free. We are stardust. We are golden, and we got to get ourselves back to the God.
Are you in charge of the whole thing? But you got backers.
Partners and backers.
Yeah. Where are you gonna go from here? I mean, you gonna do another one?
If it works.
By the time we got to Woodstock, we were 500,000 strong.
I guess we're doing it because, you know, the 25th anniversary of anything sort of brings to mind an opportunity to celebrate it. And because it seems like it's a good time to do it, feels right. And because we think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'd like to see what happens, really, I guess. I'd like to see what people make of it. And whether they carry sort of a traditional spirit into this event or not. I mean, I think kids have been tortured by the 60s in that it was such a, you know, an interesting time to be a kid. You know, and comparisons keep getting made between the 60s and the 90s. That I think it's an interesting opportunity to let them have their own event. I mean, I think it's better to do things than not to. So I think we would regret it if we didn't try to do this event. It's going to be interesting to see what the world is like in terms of the kids today.
Woodstock 94. The concert you've waited your whole life for.
The board will need to approve a mass gathering permit. Before we take that action, we need to hear from you. Your concerns about the Woodstock Festival in general.
I don't think anybody here labels all teenage people, you know, killers and rapists and stabbers, but certainly nowadays people do things that are truly outrageous to one another, unprovoked.
Now, if these people know that these women are in the house by themselves.
There'll be plenty of security around. Nobody will be abandoned or left on their own.
Well, between the time she calls that security person, they could knock her out, they could cut her, they could shoot at her.
We got to think the worst.
Nobody has to drive all the way up to Saugerties, New York to find a house with a woman in it.
No, we ain't going on.
Can I shoot anybody that comes on my land if I don't want them there? Kevin?
You can't even say that.
I can say it.
generation today is a lot different than it was back in '69. There's a lot of violence and all kinds of confusion with the kids, you know, a lot of broken homes, and there's no respect anymore, and we need to get that back into our youth.
Kids my age aren't the same as they were 20, 25 years ago.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna stay here with a shotgun in my house, so I have to protect it.
They seem to think that everybody coming in is gonna be bad people, just nothing but druggies and thieves, and I don't think it's gonna be that way at all. I think it's gonna be very hectic, it's gonna be very congested, but in the long run, I think it's gonna be good for the area. I think it's gonna be a nice shot in the arm.
The residents in the area are very interested in their own safety. Probably out of 300,000 kids, 299,000 are going to be wonderful. But I'm saying kids, these are young adults. This is Generation X we're talking about here.
I feel very confident that if my neighbor's wife or my neighbor's daughter is raped by one of these people, they're going to consider that much more than an inconvenience.
This would be the best thing, because aiming is not that large of a factor with this, because once you pull, you'll cover about at least a 10, 15-foot area, okay?
I think it's about time we have a little fun in this town and get some music in the mountains. All right. If we don't get something going in this town and help build up this whole area, we're all going to be in a heck of a predicament. We won't have a pot to look at, and we won't have a window to throw it out of. I say we should get off the pot and get on with the festival.
What do you hope people that'll come to this event will feel? How do you hope they'll feel?
I mean, I hope that they have a wonderful experience, and I hope they get to take home a little bit of what Woodstock is about, you know, in spirit.
Can it ever be the same?
It's not going to be the same, but the emotional experience can be similar. I mean, obviously these are different times and different people, but Woodstock is about a sense of community, and I think they can take that away.
2 more days of peace and music. Woodstock 94. Saturday and Sunday, August 13th and 14th in Saugerties, New York. Not then. Now, Woodstock 94. It's not like Woodstock.
You know, in '69,
it
was our statement of, okay, this is us, you are them, you are not part of us.
Marijuana, Exhibit A.
We're going to do what we want. There's so many of us that nobody can do anything about it.
Man, there's supposed to be 1.5 million people here by tonight. Can you dig that? New York State Thruway is closed, man. A lot of freaks.
Just freedom. People were just free to do whatever they wanted, and there was nobody hassling them. It was that feeling while we were there that we were strong, we were powerful, and we could do whatever we wanted to.
You realize that you're not the only people in your city who are doing the things you are, but they're everywhere. We're taking over.
Give me an F. Give me a U. Give me a C. Give me a K. What's that spell? What's that spell? What's that spell? What's that spell? What's that spell?
Well, come on, all of you big strong men. Uncle Sam, get your help again. Got himself in a terrible jam way down yonder in Vietnam. Put down your books and pick up a gun. We're gonna have a whole lot of fun. And it's 1, 2, 3. What are we fighting for? Don't ask me, I don't give a damn. The next stop is Vietnam. And it's 5, 6.
You know, it wasn't as if you were going to a concert. It was as though you were communing with political brethren, you know, so to speak.
Listen, people, I don't know how you expect to ever stop the war if you can't sing any better than that. There's about 300,000 of you fuckers out there. I want you to start singing. Come on. And now come on, mothers throughout the land. Pack your boys off to Vietnam. Come on, fathers, don't hesitate. And send your sons off before